So there's this curvature explorer that, oops, starts off with a plane, and there's this one path that I can control each step it takes. So I'll just kind of loop that around real quick. The other 4 steps just take a path of 100 steps, take a 90-degree turn, take a 90-degree turn, take a 90-degree turn, take a 90-degree turn. That's these turn angles, pi over 2. And can increase the curvature, which basically increases multiplies their arc length, essentially, by the curvature. So then at a curvature of 1, 90 degrees ends up taking me back to the start. And then I don't need so much of a turn there. But then on the square path, it starts off going this way, so the x-axis is to the right, but when you come back, the x-axis is to the up, and then the z-axis, the blue line that's following, is going the other direction too. The curvature for a circle isn't, I mean, this ends up being almost 180 degrees. Because if I back off the curvature, then this is already, 30 degrees off here or something. Okay, so that is almost 90 degrees. I got confused between the blue and the red. So anyway, you can keep increasing the curvature to 2, and then I could get back to the North Pole with 190-degree turn. So go down 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. And then there's these harmonics at every 4 pi or so. It's like this is 11. And 12 is back to the same sort of steps. But, I kind of realize there's only so much curvature you can apply. All the way up to infinity, this is just going to keep cycling over and over and being smaller and smaller and smaller. So really, the smaller curvatures are kind of more interesting. Where if I was in a flatlander constrained to a plane, and my curvature is very near 0, then this would go out, flat to infinity and come back. So then I kind of wondered, this is great and all, but what about the line that's out, passes past this? So in this demo, um, I have these straight lines, and I can add a displacement in the center that causes that line to be curved. Right at the, this 0 line would essentially be confined to the boundary of a sphere. But eventually it has to come back out as a straight line. So, given these gravity geodesics, I did add that out to 1 blocks any of these emitted light rays that this red spot that's moving around is. So, there's an area where the light rays get clipped out. And this is 0, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2. So with a positive displacement like this, then I can have light rays from this side. I can't point to the other side, but if you look on this other side, the light ray actually bends around the thing. So you would actually be able to see the space around things that are actually behind the sun, or a gravitational displacement, spatial displacement. But if you invert the curvature, then these light rays get sucked in to the center there instead of bent around and or clipped. So if I take away space, then that all bends in and it looks like kind of matter geodesics. But certainly light doesn't follow this, because anything beyond a huge large arc can't be seen in this area. So if you watch the opposite area of where this is, if it was slightly behind the curvature of it, it can't even see it. It'd have to be actually well outside the curvature that you would normally see for a flat space. Like from here, I can kind of get a line to here. Oops. Right. But if I do that, then this line ends up curving into here and getting absorbed by whatever this is. However, if I'm here, and I'm kind of in the same area, then I do get a line that's in this area, where it's mostly straight. And I did some other modified versions of this. So I did this other modified version, but instead of 1 source, I have 4 now in the center here. And then I also paid attention to where the space was displaced, because altogether they add up and displace basically a circular area around them. So this I ended up with a more organized pattern of displacements. Oops. So I could see if the overall curvature on this edge would end up accumulating. Like say I can't shove it over very far, but say I had photons emitted from the left, that as they went progressively further to the right through the paths that um, don't interact, then the space they go through is progressively stretched more and more.